Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David Akuride Samuel. Today I'm going to be taking you on a very simple topic, and the topic is law of indices. Law of indices. I'll be taking you on the introductive part of this today, though there are still more things to learn under it, but let's do the law for today. Alright, now let's go back to our board and explore the topic. Law number 1. Anytime you have something like s raised to power 3 multiplied by s raised to power 2, since the two of them have the same base, that is ss, so you are just going to add the powers together because it is multiplication. So multiplication of the base will bring addition of the power. Get that one right. So now it will give us s raised to power 5. Reason being that s raised to power 3 times s raised to power 2, 3 plus 2 will be what? Will be 5. So let me give you some examples that will really help you. 5 raised to power 4 multiplied by 5 raised to power 2. Since the two of them have the same base, which are 5, you pick one of them, then you add the power together. That is 4 plus 2, and that will give you what? 6. That's 5 raised to power 6. Now, the second example, 3 raised to power 2 times 3 raised to power 5. Now, the two of them have the same base, right? So just add the two powers together. That is 2 plus what? 2 plus 5, and that will give you a 7. So we have 3 raised to power 7. I think that one is clear enough. So let's go back to the law 2 now. Alright, law 2 says when you have anything like s raised to power 5 divided by s raised to power 3, since the two of them are of the same base and is division, so you are going to minus the power from each other. So division brings minus of power. Do you remember that now? Please let that one be at the back of your mind. So let's explore some examples that will really give us clarification to it. Now 3 raised to power 5 divided by 3 raised to power 3. Now, since the two of them are of the same base, just pick one of them, then subtract the power from each other. Do you get that right? So to give you 3 raised to power what? 3 raised to power 2. I think that one is clear enough, right? You take one of the base and you minus the power from each other. Okay, let's do one more examples to it. 7 raised to power 5 divided by 7 raised to power 2. So the two of them are of the same base. Just pick one of the base, which is 7. So subtract the power from each other. That is 7 raised to power what? 7 raised to power 3. I think that one is clear enough, right? Okay, so let's go to the next law now. That is law 3. Law 3 says anything raised to power 0 is 1. 1 million raised to power 0 is 1. 5 million raised to power 0 is 1. So now, my first example, 6 raised to power 0 will be what? Just guess. It will be 1. That's a good one. So 1000 raised to power 0 will give you what? Can you answer it before I write my own answer? 1. So anything raised to power 0 is what? Is 1. Now the next law says that whenever you have s raised to power minus 1, that means it will be 1 over x. Please pay attention to this. It will be 1 over x. The minus returns to 1 over. Then s raised to power 1 is still x. Let me give you this example for more clarification, right? You will get it clear now. 5 raised to power minus 1 would be what? 1 over what? Guess, it will be 1 over 5. So just write your 5 under the line like that. Is that clear? So if I have 10 raised to power minus 1, what will it give to me? 1 over what? Just guess. That's 1 over 10. That means the minus has turned to 1 over. Then 10 raised to power 1 is still what? Is still 10. Now let me give you this example. 6 raised to power minus 2. Don't be confused. So the minus returns to 1 over. Then my 6 will still remain there. Then it now carries the power 2. Do you get that now? So it will now be what? 1 over 36. That is 6 times 6. Do you understand that? The minus will only turn to 1 over. The power will still be there. Alright. Imagine they give me something like 10 raised to power minus 3. That means it will be what? 1 over 10 raised to power 3. I think you get it clear now. The minus will only turn to 1 over 10 raised to power 3. So now it will now be what? 1 over 1000. So you can write it down in your book like that. 1 over what? 1 over 1000. Alright. Let's go to the next law. The next law says that when you have s raised to power 3 in a closed bracket, please pay attention, and it still has power of 2. So you are going to multiply the two powers together, because one is inside the bracket and the other one is outside. Do you get that now? So that will give us what? X raised to the power 6. Alright, let me give you some example for more clarification to it. Now, if they give me 5 raised to the power 4 inside my bracket, and they now put 2 as the power outside. So what you just need to do is to multiply the two powers together. That is 4 times 2. I will give you what? 8. So my answer will be what? 5 raised to the power what? 8. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Now, if they give me a number inside the bracket like 3 raised to the power 2, and they close the bracket, and they now gives another power as 5. So it will now be what? 3 raised to the power what? 2 times 5, and that will give you what? 10. That is 3 raised to the power 10. Do you get that clear, please? All right. Okay, so let's move on to the next law. You can pause the video for more clarification. So now, the law 6 says, if I have x divided by y inside the bracket, and they now put power outside, like raised to the power p, that means s carry the power of p, y2 carry the power of p. Please don't get that mixed up. So the two of them will carry the power of p separately. So let me give you this example for more clarification. Law of indices is very, very simple. Now, if you have 4 divided by, divided by 5, and I close bracket, and they now put the raised to the power 2 there, that means it will be 4 raised to the power 2 over 5 raised to the power 2. I think that one is clear, right? So now 4 raised to the power 2 will give you what? 16. While 5 raised to the power 2 will give you what? 25. I think that one is clear enough, right? Alright, so let's move on to the next law. The law 7 says, when you have s raised to the power, let me just say like a fractional power, like s raised to the power m over n. Now you will need to draw your square root. Your x will be inside. Now you know m is the one on top, that is numerator. You write it inside, then your denominator will be outside. So let me give you the examples that will explain it very well. Now imagine they give us 36 raised to the power 1 over 2. That means I will firstly draw my square root. I will write my 36 inside. Then the denominator will be outside. Numerator will be inside. So 36 raised to the power 1 is still what? 36. Now that means 2 square root of what? 36. That means what number can I multiply with each other? Same number that will give me 36. That is 6. That is the meaning of that. So let's explore one more example. We are taking much time with this topic, so I don't want the topics to be wide like that. So let's do it. All right, draw your square root first. Now put 8 inside. So your denominator will be outside. That is 3 square root of what? 8. What number can I multiply in 3 places that will give me 8? That is 2. As simple as that. So let me give you this quick exercise to work with. So just work them out, and you can still check your textbook and look for the related question to it. Now this one will give you foundational knowledge about law of indices, and when your teachers are explaining it to you, you will have better understanding of it. So please write this question down and practice them by yourself. So thank you very much for joining me today. In our next video, by the grace of God, I'm going to be teaching you about the advanced level of it. How can we use it to solve some advanced questions? So